Because you have to go to school for 10 years ba yan in college. Tsaka the exams is not really as easy as that. Pareho din na accountancy, pero sa accountancy, 4 years lang yun. Pero during my time, 1972 ako nag-graduate, martial law yun, alam ba niyo? I was at San Beda Subdivision. 4th Street ako na mag-declare na martial law. Hindi ako makalabas for 1 week. Nakabarricade yung Mindiola Bridge. Oh, grabe yun. Grabe experience namin doon. Tilapia na lang kinakain namin. Yes.
So, sir, for my second question, we all know that being a mayor is it's a very hard task. So, and then kailangan i-satisfy mo pa yung mga gusto ng iba't ibang constituents. So, may we know kung paano po yung allocation ng budget? So, if ever for health or for agriculture,
Yeah. The biggest bulk of our budget is actually on health. Nasa 14% na ba tayo, Doc? Siguro of the total budget. 12% pa, 12%. With the capitation fund, so matataas ba yun? Excluding the capitation fund. So malaki na yung portion na yun. I was thinking of focusing more on agriculture on the next term in my office. Alam mo, naka-take off na yung health. I would like to address more on the poverty of our people. And that's where we are lacking. People are poor because the land that they are cultivating is as poor as they are. When you are cultivating a very high terrain areas, every time you plow or you clear the land for planting, ang lakas ng erosions dyan. So lahat ng topsoil nasa dagat na. So the family is growing in number of generations. Ilang fold na yon. Pero yung cultivation nila still the same. Kaya nangyari sa bundok natin, naubos po yung forest. Dahil comes another family, comes another area to cultivate. So it's still this is go back to socio-economic problem. Either pintuin mo sila from cutting or slashing, kaya lang wala na mas-slash nila ngayon, ubos na eh. I was engaged before in reforestation projects, honestly. I was able to plant 700 hectares of forestal land. And my NGO was the #1 NGO in Region 7 for being the highest in survival and height as far as what we have planted forest trees. So I was also involved in community organizing, kaya alam ko yung buhay ng mga tao sa bundok. I sleep with them. In fact, after graduation, maniwala po kayo, meron kaming ranch, yung family namin, 100 hectares. Gumawa kami ng fence made of stones. Tawag namin paril. I stayed for 30 days with my people. Doon ako, I work with them, I eat with them, I sleep with them. Walang CR doon sa bundok, ang hirap pala. Walang water system. Ang hirap talaga ng buhay if you stay for 30 days. Doon mo makikita kung ano pala kahirap yung mga tao natin. 30 days. Parang ano yun, parang camping na lang yun after graduation. Actually, I was denied by U.S. Embassy to go to abroad in 1986. My sister wanted me to go before my approved immigrant status was received. So I was able to go to China in 1986. So dinala ako ng mother ko. It was more of a Chinese Catholic Women's League na tour for 28 days. Enjoy naman ako dahil ako lang pinaka-youngest sa grupo. 28 kami, kasama ko mga matatanda. Siyempre ako kargador nila sa lahat ng maleta nilang malalaki. So you can compare actually. Pero ngayon, ang ganda-ganda na raw ng China. The places that we have gone before can never be the same today. If you want to go back, di mo na makilala yung lugar. Di ba? Sa totoo lang. Marami mga Chinese dito siguro. Alam nila yun eh. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Actually, when we were engaged in reforestation projects, tumatanim kami ng kahoy sa bundok, one time, yung nursery building namin, dinaanan ng yung mga COs ko, dumaan yung NPAs, isang grupo. Pero they were very kind, they were very, hindi naman sila ganun na kasalbahe naman. They were very courteous. Kung anong pagkain masishare mo, kumakain din sila, ganun lang. They just wanted to know what we are doing there. So, pag alam nila maganda yung programa, they will support you. Ako naman, hindi pa ako nakakita ng NPA. But I received several letters from commanders already. Kasi yung in charge pala ng farm namin was stealing cattle already from the neighbors, from our cattle and the neighbors also. So, kinuha siya ng NPA. There were 60 of them. Kinuha siya. Hiniram siya sa bundok after 2 months. Tsaka binalik. Pinadala ko ng letter. Alam mo anong nakalagay sa sulat? Kung ano raw judgment ko dahil guilty na sa kanila kung gusto ro ka pa-execute. Hindi ako pumayag. Sabi ko, hindi bale. Yung baka pwede rin makita yan pero buhay na tao hindi pwedeng So, pinabigyan nila. Alam mo, yung si Duro, yung in charge ko, after 2 months, bumaba, pumunta sa akin. He was shaking. Like the nervous breakdown. Nagpasalamat sa akin, hindi ako pumayag. I was asking him, did they torture ba yun? Talagang grabe, pinapatong siya ng putol na kahoy, binabaril-baril, nilibing